This is DD India. You're watching Defense Dynamics, and I'm Danveer Singh from New Delhi. In a massive show of strength, India has struck at the very heart of Pakistan military strategic bases. We don't know what weapons were used by the Indian Air Force, but we definitely know what technological edge we have that could have been unleashed to prosecute Operation Sindoor. So in today's episode, we will talk about cutting-edge weapon technology with the Indian Army that has created ripples in the global military circles by proving itself as world-class. So what is Akash Tir system? Why it is a game changer? What are S-400s and why India is still using L-70s, a 60-year-old technology? What are the SAW bombs? And why Herob drones are so deadly, why hammer bombs are so devastating, and why the Scalp cruise missiles so precise. What makes Su-MKI fighters armed with BrahMos the most dangerous predators in the skies. In the recent standoff with Pakistan, India's air defense proved its superiority comparable to the best in the world. It proved itself to be impregnable. The IACCS, the Akash Tir, proved themselves to be the battle-winning factor, a nation's Make in India pride. In an age where battles are no longer just fought on the ground, but also in air and the cyber domain, India has fired a decisive salvo in modern warfare with this indigenously developed Akash Tir system. Designed by Bharat Electronics Limited and rolled out for the Indian Army, Akash Tir is India's own automated air defense control and reporting system. Think of it as the brain behind the shield, a system that stitches together radars, missile batteries, command units, and even mobile air defense guns into a seamless digital network. This means when an aerial threat like drone, fighter jet, or a missile is detected, Akash Tir enables real-time tracking, identification, and even automatic engagement recommendations. In battlefield terms, it shortens the sensor to shooter loop, a critical advantage. From the line of control to the deserts of Rajasthan, Akash Tir is being deployed to plug gaps in India's low-level air defense grid. Its modular design ensures it can scale up during conflict and remain agile during peacetime. The system is a direct answer to modern threats, be it swarm drones, low observable aircraft, or saturation attacks. And unlike foreign systems, Akash Tir is designed with Indian geography, threat perception, and tactical doctrines in mind. Part of India's drive towards self-reliance in defense, Akash Tir is not just about defending airspace. It's about defending sovereignty in digital battle space. In today's world, wars are won not just with firepower, but with faster networks, smarter systems, and digital dominance. With Akash Tir, India isn't just watching the skies, it's owning them.
The IACCS, or Integrated Air Command and Control System, is an Indian Air Force and Bharat Electronics Limited joint venture to create a network-centric omnipotent air defense system that would be able to provide real-time pan-India airspace surveillance in peacetime and active air defense during war. The system, though primarily defensive in name, is equally capable of offensive operations in enemy territory as its surveillance capability extends well into enemy airspace. The system integrates all classic functions of air defense, that is, detection, identification, tracking, weapon allocation, and destruction of the intruder.
They call it the Sky Shield, a game-changing system that can lock onto enemy aircraft, drones, cruise missiles, and even ballistic threat. From nearly 400 kilometers, let me repeat that, from nearly 400 kilometers away. This is the S-400 Triumph, and it is now standing guard over Indian skies. Procured from Russia under a landmark $5.4 billion deal, the S-400 represents the most advanced long-range surface-to-air missile system that India has ever deployed. Each S-400 regiment includes a command post, powerful radars, and 4 types of interceptor missiles capable of simultaneously tracking and engaging up to 80 targets, and that too at a speed of Mach 14, means 14 times faster than the speed of sound. In a conflict scenario, it means this: that incoming threat from Pakistan or China, including stealth aircraft or incoming missiles, can be destroyed much before they can cross into the Indian airspace. Already deployed in strategic sectors like Punjab, Ladakh, and the Northeast, the S-400 forms a protective dome over India's critical infrastructure, air bases, and command centers. Despite the American pressure and CAATSA sanctions looming, India chose capability over compromise. Because in the high-stakes chessboard of Asian geopolitics, air superiority is not a choice, it's a necessity, and it has been seen in Operation Sindoor. And the S-400 is not just alone. It is the top layer of India's emerging multi-layered air defense system, working in tandem with Akash missiles, Barak 8 systems, and the future DRDO-made medium-range and long-range surface-to-air missiles. In a world where next war may start with missiles before men, the S-400 ensures that India's enemies will think twice before looking up. It was born in Cold War, forged in Europe, and adopted by India over 5 decades ago. The L-70 anti-aircraft gun, first fielded in the 1950s, might seem like a relic from bygone era. So why is the Indian Army still using it in 2025? The answer lies in reliability, upgrades, and adaptability. Despite its age, the Swedish origin Bofors L70 has been heavily modernized by Bharat Electronics Limited to meet needs of today's dynamic battlefield. The upgraded version includes electro-optical fire control systems, automated target tracking, digital displays, and thermal imaging. What was once a manually operated gun is now part of a semi-automated air defense ecosystem, that is Akash Tir. And it has proven its worth against one of the 21st century's newest threat, that is drones. In the recent trials and exercises, and also in Operation Sindoor, the L70 has successfully taken down low-cost UAVs, giving it a new lease of life. Even more crucially, the L70 has been integrated into India's Akash Tir automated air defense network, making it a node in digitally controlled web of sensors and shooters. From the icy heights of Himalayas to desert sands of Rajasthan, the L70's mobility, ruggedness, and quick setup time makes it a frontline asset. especially in the region where newer systems haven't been fully deployed. Yes, India is inducting next-gen weapons, laser-based weapons, smarter missiles, and high-power radars. But until those are battlefield-ready in large numbers, L70 continues to hold the line. Outdated? Not quite. The L70 is one of those rare systems where old steel meets new circuits. It may not make headlines for the future, but it is still securing the present.
The modern L70 gun which the Indian Army is using today is a totally different gun. It has been modified heavily. Firstly, the rate of fire has been increased from 240 rounds per minute to 300 rounds per minute. Secondly, the hydraulic systems, original hydraulic systems which were used to lay the guns in bearing and elevation have been totally replaced by Bharat Electronics, and now they are electronic laying systems. Plus, the old optical sight has been replaced by a complete gamut of sensors which includes the integrated fire control system, a thermal imager, a laser range finder, and a daytime video camera. Now this complete set of sensors gave the operator tremendous ease in acquiring, tracking and engaging low-flying targets and smaller targets like drones under any weather condition.
In modern warfare, winning isn't just about what you hit. It's about how silently, swiftly and precisely you strike. Enter the SAAW, India's smart anti-airfield weapon, a glide bomb that doesn't just aim to destroy enemies' targets, it aims to cripple their ability to fight. Developed by the Defense Research and Development Organization, the DRDO, SAAW is a long-range, precision-guided munition designed to disable enemy runways, radar stations, hangars and fuel storage without own aircrafts even entering the enemy airspace. Launched from fighter jets like Jaguar Su-30 MKI, this SAAW can glide up to 100 kilometers and strike with surgical precision, and unlike missiles, is far cheaper, making it perfect for large-scale preemptive strikes. Fitted with electromechanical actuators and GPS-aided inertial navigation, SAAW needs no active seeker. It's light, stealthy and hard to intercept, a nightmare for enemy airfields, and in any future conflict, especially a limited war or a swift first strike, SAAW could be India's go-to weapon to ensure enemy jets never get off the ground. What makes SAAW even more potent? It's entirely indigenous, designed, tested and manufactured in India, a symbol of self-reliant India taking flight. It's not just about dogfights anymore. In tomorrow's wars, it's about denying enemy the runway to even start with. With SAAW, India holds the power to silence the sky even before it roars. In modern warfare, some weapons don't return because they are not meant to return. This is the Herob, a loitering munition, also called a suicide drone. Now a key asset in India's high technology arsenal. Built by the Israeli aerospace industries and adapted for Indian requirements, the Herob can hover over a battlefield for up to 6 hours, scanning for enemy radars, missile launchers or command posts, and then dive in, destroying itself and the target in deadly final strike. Unlike cruise missiles or conventional UAVs, the Herob doesn't need to return path. It's a hunter-killer with its own explosive warhead and autonomous target selection capability. In 2019, reports emerged that India had quietly deployed Harop drones along the line of actual control amidst Chinese tensions. Capable of striking high-value targets across the border without radar detection, the Harop is a tool of asymmetric precision warfare. The Indian Air Force is believed to operate dozens of Harop systems, and more are on the way. Possibly even an upgraded version with extended range and AI-based target acquisition systems. India is also developing indigenous kamikaze drones inspired by Harop's success, signaling a shift in doctrine where unmanned expendable systems will be used to saturate and overwhelm the enemy defenses. It's precise, it's lethal, and it doesn't come back. The Harop isn't just a drone, it's a signal that in the battlefield of tomorrow, machines will hunt machines and India will be ready. It's one of the most accurate weapons in the Indian Air Force's arsenal, capable of striking hardened targets with pinpoint precision, even in a GPS-denied environment. Meet the Hammer Bomb, India's newest air-launched smart weapon. Hammer stands for High Agile Modular Munition Extended Range, originally designed by French Safran Group. This bomb was rushed to India in year 2020 as part of the emergency weapons package for the newly inducted Rafale fighters. Unlike traditional dumb bombs, the Hammer can be launched from a standoff distance, meaning jets can strike a target without ever crossing enemy's airspace. Its range is up to 70 kilometers. What makes Hammer unique is its hybrid guidance system using GPS and inertial navigation, infrared laser seekers to guide itself to the target even in a jam or a mountainous terrain like Ladakh or Arunachal or the line of control with Pakistan. Sources say Hammer is ideal quick reaction precision strike in high altitude zones, especially along the line of actual control where hardened enemy shelters are tough to target with conventional bombs. With plans to integrate it with other platforms in future and explore indigenous adaptations, India is not just importing capability, is absorbing technology for next generation battlefield precision. In a world where every strike counts, the Hammer Bomb gives India a weapon that doesn't just hit, it hits hard, smart and first. In the age of precision warfare, reach matters, and few weapons in Indian arsenal reach as far as silently or as destructively as the Scalp cruise missile. Designed by European defense giant MBDA, the Scalp, or the Storm Shadow as it is known in the United Kingdom, was included as part of India's Rafale fighter package. And with it, the Indian Air Force acquired deep strike capability like never before. With a range of over 500 kilometers, Scalp can be launched from inside Indian airspace to take out high-value enemy targets deep inside hostile territory, be it their command bunkers, radar stations, or hardened underground shelters. Flying at low altitude with stealth design, the Scalp hugs the terrain to evade radar detection. It carries a 450 kg broad warhead capable of penetrating reinforced concrete before detonating inside. During recent tensions with China and now Pakistan, Scalp-equipped Rafales have been forward deployed, providing India with an unmatched air-launched deterrent across two fronts. Whether it is high-altitude air base, a missile battery, or an underground operations bunker, Scalp is designed to strike first, strike deep, all while the Rafale turns back to the base. In today's battlefield, range is power and precision is survival. With the Scalp cruise missile, India doesn't just have a sharp sword, it has one that can reach across borders before a single enemy jet takes off. It's big, it's fast, it's lethal, and now it flies. This is Air-Launched BrahMos, the world's fastest cruise missile, now airborne with Indian Air Force. For the first time, India's Sukhoi 30 MKI fighter jets can deliver a 2.5-ton supersonic cruise missile which is capable of striking enemies' warships, air bases, bunkers or radar stations over 400 kilometers far. Co-developed by India and Russia, BrahMos is already a proven land and a sea-based strike weapon. But integrating it on an aircraft, especially a fighter jet, was a technological challenge India has now conquered. With a range now extended beyond 450 kilometers, the airborne BrahMos gives India the power to launch precision strikes from well within its own borders. It hits targets across the line of control or the line of actual control without warning. It flies at Mach 2.8, nearly 3 times the speed of sound, making it nearly impossible to intercept with conventional air defense systems. The Indian Air Force has modified over 40 Su-30 MKIs to carry the BrahMos, extending India's ability to strike naval targets in the Indian Ocean and land targets in hostile zones from Andaman to Arunachal and to Sargodha. It's not just a missile, it's a message. With the air-launched BrahMos, the Indian Air Force now has a weapon that flies faster than the fear, farther than the eye can see, and strike before enemy can react. With this, we come to the end of this episode. See you next week with new stories and their analysis. Thanks for watching and do post your comments on social media with hashtag DD with Danveer. Goodbye and take care.